So Alexander Usyk beats Daniel Dubois, and he puts a period on that question mark and lays it all to rest and can walk off a absolute freaking legend. Congratulations to Alexander Usyk, one of the best of his time that has done it, hands down. One of the things that I liked about Alexander Usyk from the moment I became aware of him, what attracted me to Alexander Usyk actually was not his boxing. Nope. It was his character. You don't see nobody move stoic like he has in boxing anymore. The mental clarity that he has for himself and the conviction that he has for himself and the belief that he has for himself is shrouded in both confidence, cockiness, and yet humble. It never boiled over in any category. He was just the right balance of everything, you know? And most people would walk off and say, I have done enough. There was a question in this fight with me whether Usyk still felt that fire, because you guys know with most people with undisputed sometimes could be like winning an Oscar. Right after you win that Oscar, they're no good. That's the tale of Josh Taylor. I don't think Josh Taylor just became shitty out of nowhere. I think after he became undisputed, he just went beyond probably thought that he would even go. He felt like he arrived. He got lackadaisical and couldn't get that engine started back up again because he's done it all. Therefore, you get the Josh Taylor that you've seen. I didn't see him fall off physically other than achieving and then coming back and not being the same person. So it was a question whether that was the same for Usyk, because he was speaking about retirement. And I wanted him to get this under his belt and walk off in the sunset, because as of right now, he has a flawless career, man. He has a flawless career. And the tragedy about Alexander Usyk is that in a few days actually, people will forget everything that he has done. He is one of the most overshadowed, unrecognized, uncomplimented fighters I have seen in a long time. These guys gave Tyson Fury a statue for beating Deontay Wilder. Can you imagine what they're supposed to do rightfully for Alexander Usyk? If that wasn't an achievement that was so grand that it deserves to be immortalized in a statue, then how do you compare what he did to what Usyk did? And yet it's still, his reputation still doesn't succeed or surpass that of what they tried to lay down for Vasily Lomachenko. Pisses me off. It pisses me off. It really does. They decided to get behind and artificially create somebody other than getting behind somebody who was that authentically. I'll say it again, just like I said it from the beginning. Usyk was everything that they wanted Vasily Lomachenko to be and some. Still don't get the same amount of recognition. Still. And he still won't. You know, he'll go off silently into the night. But to raw boxing fans, it will be a long time. It will be a long time for somebody does this again, because he just made history. Although Evander Holyfield, which is his idol, had become an undisputed cruiserweight and an undisputed heavyweight. The difference with Alexander Usyk is he is the first to do it in the 4-belt era. And I doubt we will see that again. People may become undisputed cruiserweight because that's never been a deep division to really conquer. But then to turn around and conquer the heavyweight, and it's not just becoming an undisputed heavyweight, it's how he did it. Beat Fury twice. Beat Anthony Joshua twice. Beat Daniel Dubois twice. There's nothing left to question for this guy. There should be no questions for him. No ifs, ands, or but. It is sealed. This would be the definition of undisputed. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say. He revisited everything or any question that you had about him. You know, when I think of Usyk, you know how he should be sitting in his homeland? You ever watch Conan? And, you know, he's sitting up there on his throne and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I see Usyk. How he should be sitting at home. Matter of fact, he should have a statue that's made just like that. Just like the Conan statue at the end of the movie. He should have a statue just like that. You know, because what he did is just wild, bro. And not only that, he's interesting. He has a personality. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He's charismatic. Boy, if he could just speak a little bit more English. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy all the way around, just a joy, man. Honestly, bro, just a joy. And I'm glad he gets to walk off with everything intact. Flawless victory, man. Flawless. You know? I wanted the same thing for Joshua because he worked so hard. And, you know, let's face it, Joshua helped bring this whole thing together, which gets us to revisit. Do we really need to clown Joshua so bad for losing to this man twice? That's probably something as boxing fans we need to revisit. Because if he beat Fury twice, he beat Dubois twice, he beat Anthony Joshua twice, then is Anthony Joshua losing to Alexander Usyk like he did? Should he still be labeled as the bum or the non-talented guy that we try to label him as now? No, we need to revisit that because of what Usyk done. Now there's absolutely no shame losing to Usyk in any type of way, you know. But I'm glad to see it because I wanted to see an undisputed champion, and we have to put our flowers in the right flower pot. And just as much as I enjoy Usyk doing what he does and has did, I also must recognize that if it wasn't for Anthony Joshua, we wouldn't see none of this shit. You know? So I don't never want to walk off without giving that man his props because he's another person that's done a lot that doesn't get recognized. You know? But man, shouts out to Usyk, man. One of the best that has done it, one of the best that will do it. And I don't see nobody doing what he has done for a very long time if we ever see it again. That's facts right there. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Vane, I'm out.